we seem to have decided that after a period of great celebration of Columbus, as you mentioned, there was a period by the 400th anniversary of his arrival in America. There was a period where everyone wanted a part of him. Now it's as if nobody wants anything to do with him.
Well, except Italian Americans and many of my fellow Hispanics who still identify with him. I mean, the reason we have Columbus Day, and the reason why we have most of those monuments, not the ones in Notre Dame, but most of the statues, except in Puerto Rico, but on the mainland, most of the statues were the result of Italian American sentiment and investment in this purported link between their own ancestors and the incorporation of the Americas into Western civilization. That's really what stimulated the Columbus statues. And the reason we have Columbus Day was, again, it was a gesture of amity towards the Italian-American community in this country after an episode, I think it was the worst episode actually of lynching ever in terms of the number of people lynched in the United States. The victims were not black in that case, they were Italian Americans. So Columbus Day was really an act of national reconciliation, which was an attempt to bring everybody together around this figure and to show that Italian Americans and Catholics, because it was also a time of nativism, anti-Catholicism, the know-nothing movement, all that stuff, you know. To show that Italians and Catholics were welcome in America. They could be, real patriotic all-American guys, even if they weren't white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. So it was Columbus Day was a really important act of national reconciliation. And what distresses me about people who want to delete Columbus Day, cancel it, if you like, in your language, and tear down all the statues, I don't mind their being wrong about Columbus. I don't mind their being ill-informed or ignorant. I don't mind them hating him or exaggerating his vices. What really upsets me is that they're creating a hierarchy of offense by saying that in order not to offend me, I'm going to tear down your monuments, without realizing that many of us, especially Italian Americans and some of my fellow Hispanics, are as emotionally committed to these monuments as other communities in America are to theirs.
Yes.
And I just wish we had, a tolerant America in which we could all accept each other's monuments and contribute to them and pay them such reverence as is due to them. And if we've got an imbalance, I mean, there are a lot of Columbus statues, I admit that. If there's an imbalance, the way to address it isn't to tear down the existing statues and monuments, but to build others. And in my own university, Notre Dame, these murals that we've covered up are the only tribute we have on the campus to the Native American past. There's one other painting of the first president of Notre Dame celebrating an indigenous wedding. but nobody sees that painting as it's in one of the residence halls. Apart from that, the Columbus murals were the only celebration, commemorative monument that we had to the Native American past. I think we should have had some more, not covered up the ones we had, but added to them with some other monuments that really do celebrate the Native American contribution and past, which is a very great past and a very wonderful contribution. But no, apparently we can't live in that world. We can't live in a world of mutual respect and tolerance and pluralism. We have to destroy each other's monuments in order to gratify our own offense. To me, that is not just crazy, it's actually wicked.